Hello and welcome back to another video. Now in today's episode, we're going to be doing the Marble Championships for June 2025. And this is also the final Marble Championships of Chapter 3 because, well, we are nearing towards the end of Chapter 3. So therefore, I will be shutting down Marble Championships until Chapter 4. So to celebrate this being the final one of the chapter, we have 4 of the contestants right here, matching the current 1822X color scheme. So, yeah. And I don't need to go into full depth about the rules and everything because y'all basically know how they work. And so, yeah. Anyways, we have our usual 4 contestants right here, and they are going to be going up against our current world champion, which is Murky Blue. And he has made a couple of successful world title defenses. But the question is, can he successfully defend his world title in this one and make his way into the Chapter 3 finale race? We'll have to wait and see. And so yeah, I guess there's basically nothing else for me to go over since, like I said, you all know how the rules work at this point. So I guess I will show you guys the 2 tracks. So for the first half of this video, we're going to be using this one, which is also the same track we've been using for the past 2 episodes. And this is also the same track as the first Chapter 3 track, because I am doing the trend of where I use the best tracks from every season. So here it is right here. And I don't need to go into too much detail about this track since I already went over it in the past 2 episodes, so no need for me to go over that. And as for the Imaginarium set, or well, for the finals at least, here it is. So yeah, both of which are great tracks. And so yeah. Anyways, I guess there is nothing else for me to go over, so let's just go over the contestants before we begin. So the contestants for this month's Marble Championships are See-Through Neon, Cat's Eye Blue, Rainforest, and Space Black. Anyways, without further ado, let the final Marble Championships of not 2025. Wow, I just completely butchered that. But yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let the final Marble Championships of Chapter 3 begin. Beginning with See-Through Neon versus Cat's Eye Blue. And off they go in the first funnel. And yes, every funnel except the double entrance funnel in this track are all flat funnels, so there's definitely going to be some intensity here. And already Cat's Eye Blue got stuck, so therefore that gives See-Through Neon an advantage. And because of that, See-Through Neon is going to make his way into the third funnel after going through that blue snake and those 2 straight pieces. And See-Through Neon is now going to make his way into the 4th funnel with ease, with Cat's Eye Blue struggling to catch up. And See-Through Neon is now going to make his way through the split path into the double entrance funnel, and he takes the short path while Cat's Eye Blue will take the long path. And now he's already in the second to last funnel. And See-Through Neon is going to easily make his way into the final funnel. And it seems like Cat's Eye Blue is kind of cooked right now. And See-Through Neon will be moving on into the semifinals. And funny enough, they actually both enter these funnels at the exact same time. Well, simultaneously anyway, but yeah. Anyways, congratulations See-Through Neon, you have earned a spot in the semifinals. While unfortunately for you, Cat's Eye Blue, you're officially eliminated, but you still have a chance to win the bronze. Up next we have is Rainforest versus Space Black. And also, yes, I am having Rainforest compete in this one since he did DNF in the Marble Championships for April 2025. So let's see if he can make things up right here. But it's a very intense battle right here in the second funnel. Ooh, that was so close, but Rainforest is going to make his way into the third funnel, and Space Black gets stuck. Ooh, but he does manage to catch up on time as he body checks Rainforest. And because of that, he is going to make his way into the fourth funnel. And Rainforest got stuck, so therefore I had to free him. Ooh, this is very intense right here. And Space Black is going to keep his lead into the split path and the double entrance funnel. And I am zooming up close right here. And Rainforest is going to make his way into the second to last funnel and gets stuck. And because of that, he had to be freed by Space Black. Very close. And Rainforest is going to make his way into the final funnel. Very close. And Rainforest will be making his way into the semifinals. So congratulations, Rainforest. You have earned a spot in the semifinals, while Space Black, you'll have to fight for the bronze. Alright, so here are the results after round 1. So as you see, See-Through Neon and Rainforest have successfully earned their spots in the semifinals. As for Cat's Eye Blue and Space Black, they weren't so lucky, but they still have a chance to win third place. So the question is, which one of these two will be going up against our world champion in the finals? Will it be See-Through Neon or Rainforest? One will get to move on to the finals, while the other has to fight for the bronze, just like these two. Alright, first funnel. Let's see who's going to make it out of it first. Very intense. And See-Through Neon is going to make his way into the second funnel. But Rainforest is not giving up. And ooh, it seems like he might have just taken over the lead. And he is going to make his way through the blue snake, those two straight pieces, and into the third funnel. With See-Through Neon still trying to challenge him right here. However, though, Rainforest is still going to successfully keep his lead into the fourth funnel. It looks like See-Through Neon is not going down without a fight, especially because he just body checked him. But it's still very intense right here. Rainforest is still going to keep his lead as he makes his way through the split path and into the double. And See-Through Neon got stuck. So that gives Rainforest an advantage right here. And because of that, he's going to successfully make his way into the second to last funnel with ease. And because of that, Rainforest is now going to make his way into the final funnel. I don't think See-Through Neon is going to be able to catch up, as Rainforest is already close to the finish line. And because of that, Rainforest will be earning his spot in the finals, and he will be fighting against Murky Blue in the finals. As for you, See-Through Neon, you did try your best, but unfortunately you weren't so lucky. But hey, you still have a chance to win third place. So yeah, don't worry, See-Through Neon, you still could go home with something. Alright, so we have officially determined on who will be Murky Blue's #1 contender for the month, and that being Rainforest. But obviously, before we get to the finals, like usual, we're gonna be doing the third place match. So the third place round consists of Cat's Eye Blue, Space Black, and See-Through Neon. Which one of these three will be scoring the bronze? We'll have to find out and see. Alright, down the first funnel we go. This is going to make it out first. And Cat's Eye Blue is going to make his way into the second funnel. Ooh, this is close right here. Let's see who's going to get out of this funnel first. And it is going to be Cat's Eye Blue. He's going to keep his lead into the third funnel with See-Through Neon and Space Black catching up. Okay, yeah, sorry for that line flip right there. Ooh, it seems like Cat's Eye Blue might have just lost his lead. And it's going to be taken away by See-Through Neon as he makes his way into the fourth funnel. What? Okay, and Space Black got stuck on this clear blue horizontal wheel for whatever reason. Don't even know how he got stuck there, but LOL. Anyways, See-Through Neon is going to keep his lead into the split path and the double entrance funnel. Ooh, looks like Cat's Eye Blue might have just gotten the lead back, and he's going to make his way through that orange staircase and into the second to last funnel, and gets stuck. And now See-Through Neon gets stuck. Like, my goodness, these marbles are getting trolled by these faulty flat. Okay, yeah, as I said, these marbles are getting trolled by these faulty flat funnel entries. Like, that's what the Galt Marble Racer funnels are kind of infamous for. Anyways, Cat's Eye Blue will be scoring the bronze for this one. Let's see who's going to score fourth, and it is See-Through Neon. Wow, unfortunately for you, Space Black, you will be taking the L for this month's Marble Championships. Congratulations to you, Cat's Eye Blue. You have scored third place. But now, the time has come. It is time to determine on who will be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as World Champion. Will it be Murky Blue or Rainforest? We'll have to find out and see. Okay, really quick, before we start, I did have to switch bodies for Rainforest and just instead use his old plastic body because his normal one doesn't really fit well with the Imaginarium sets, so because of that, I am gonna have to be using his old plastic body for just this portion of the video only, so hope you guys understand. Anyways, rules are simple as it always has been before. First to score 3 points will be World Champion and will officially walk into C3 Marble Race 100 as World Champion. Like I said, will it be Rainforest or Murky Blue? We'll have to find out right now. Rainforest is going to be taking the lead. Down the first funnel we go. Ooh, that was close, but Rainforest is going to keep his lead. Let's see what happens. That was close, but our world champion will be scoring his first point. Alright, so the score right now is 1-0. But can Rainforest score a point? This is kind of close right here. And Rainforest will be scoring his first point. Alright, we're now tied with 1-1. But let's see what happens here. Pretty close match so far. And Rainforest will be scoring his second point. If he scores one more, he is officially world champion. But can Murky Blue catch up? We'll have to wait and see. Alright, if Rainforest scores one more point, he's officially world champion. But if Murky Blue scores one more point, we go into sudden death. Which path are we going to be taking here? And it looks like we're going to go into sudden death for this one. So for the final time ever in Chapter 3, who will be winning the world title? Well, not the final ever time in Chapter 3, but who will be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as world champion? Will it be Murky Blue or Rainforest? We'll have to find out and see. Alright, sudden death time. Who will be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as world champion? Will it be Murky Blue or Rainforest? We'll have to find out right now. Murky Blue will be taking the lead. This might be a close one right here. Oh. And Murky Blue will be retaining his world title and will officially be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as world champion. Congratulations, Murky Blue. You have not only once again retained your title, but now you are up for your biggest world title defense since C2 Marble Race 100. Because yes, he was the world champion to defend his world title in the Chapter 2 finale race, and now it looks like he's going to be doing it again in the Chapter 3 finale race, or yeah, C3 Marble Race 100, however you want to put it. But congratulations, Murky Blue. You are now up for your biggest world title defense since Chapter 2. Sorry, Rainforest, you did put up a very good fight and you almost had it there, but Murky Blue will ultimately retain his world title and will be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as world champion. And yeah, I do apologize for that line flip right there, but whatever, no one's perfect. Boy oh boy, this was definitely an intense one for sure, but ultimately Murky Blue will be retaining his world title and he will be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as world champion. So because of that, he is up for his biggest world title defense since Chapter 2. Well, specifically the end of Chapter 2. And yeah, and since this is the final Marble Championships of Chapter 3, I do want to say thank you to everyone so much who has watched all of my Marble Championships throughout Chapter 3. I cannot wait to do more of these in Chapter 4. Wow, I just did a bunch of unintentional rhyming right there, but LOL. I guess it's all just for giggles anyway. And so yeah, everyone here did very good, but ultimately, like I said, Murky Blue is going to be the one who will be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as world champion. But the question is though, will he be able to retain his world title in that said race, or will one of the contestants who are going to be competing dethrone him? We'll have to wait and see. Well, yeah, we'll have to find out. So yeah, overall this was a great Marble Championships to behold, especially for it being the final one of Chapter 3. And so yeah, and since there's basically nothing else for me to go over, let's just go over the final results. So first is Murky Blue, who is still going to be your world champion and who will be walking into C3 Marble Race 100 as world champion. Second is going to be Rainforest. Third, Cat's Eye Blue. Fourth, C3 Neon, and fifth, aka last place, will be Space Black. And also kudos to Rainforest on doing a very good job on redeeming himself from last month, well, from April's Marble Championships. But he did almost have it in the finals, but ultimately, like I said, Murky Blue will be winning this one. And so yeah, I guess there's basically nothing else for me to go over here, so let's just sign off. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to share your support. Feel free to leave a comment down below, subscribe, that notification bell enabled, and feel free to follow all my socials down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now, and have a good day.